Have you ever grown tired of praying for something or someone? Continue to pray until you receive the answer. Persist and demonstrate your faith that God answers prayer. Your faith should not die if the answer comes slowly, for the delay may be God's way of working His will in your life. When you feel worry in your prayer, know that God is present, always listening, always acting, maybe not in ways you hope, but in ways He knew in past. In Luke chapter 18, 1-8, Jesus spoke to them a parable. There was a judge in certain city who did not fear God nor man. And also there was a poor and powerless widow who passes nagging this corrupt judge. She was seeking justice from an unjust judge, and her demand was, "Give me justice from my adversary." And as a woman, she had many disadvantages. She was a woman, and women were not allowed to speak in the court. She had no husband to speak for her. She had no money to give bribe to this judge. But Bible makes it very clear that her determination was absolutely impressive and appreciative. She kept coming for the justice. She did not just come once, but many times. When the judge leaves the courtroom to go home for lunch, this poor widow dogs his step all the way to his house. When he comes out to go back to his work, there she is. When he went to the marketplace, there she is. She pleaded with him in front of his friend. Every morning she is parked at the door of courthouse, waiting for him to show off, begging this judge, "Give me justice." We are all like this poor widow. There are times we too are burdened down with the cares, worries, fears, and troubles. During those times, it may seem that every circumstances of life is stacked against us. And there may be temptation to say, "What is the use?" Especially after we have prayed and prayed and prayed for something or some matter. We're prone to lose our heart and give up in prayer. And you know the main reason why we give up. You know the main reason why we lose our heart and give up in prayer is delay in God's answer. We become sometimes impatient, feeling that God has not heard my prayer when they are not answered immediately. We live in a world of instant gratification, instant coffee, instant contact. You touch of a button on your computer and you can be anywhere in the world. But look at this poor widow. Though she was delayed in her justice, she never stopped coming. She kept going, she never gave up. She was asking or she was begging a justice from a corrupt judge, one who was cold-hearted, one who was close-minded to the needs of others, one who was only caring about himself and his life. But Bible says that her continual coming annoyed this judge. Her continual coming troubled him. Her continual coming worried him. He said to himself, the judge said to himself, "I do not fear God, I do not regard man, but this poor widow persists in me. Lest her continual coming trouble me further, lest her continual coming wears me down, I will avenge her, I will grant her the justice." Her continual coming compelled this wicked judge to change his mind to grant justice to this poor widow. Many times he might have come to this judge. She was refused, she was rejected. Every time she comes to this judge, he said, "Get lost." But she never stopped coming. She never gave up. She kept coming for the justice until she received it. This video is teaching us not to give up anything that we ask to God. Jesus said in the verses 7 and 8 of Luke chapter 18, God is more caring and loving and more gracious to hear His people, answer His people. God honors their persistence. Your prayer will be answered one day. And the prayer is not answered immediately. At other time it is delayed for some time. The key is not give up. The key is not giving up. Keep going and keep going and keep praying until He answers. God is not just making us wait. He is working out the answer we seek. Our persistence in prayer demonstrates the depth of our mountain. If we can pray for an item once, two times, and then give up, you are not really burdened over it. Genuine burden will put you before God and keep you there until He answers. Keep you there until He answers. You need to go until you receive. Keep going and keep going until you receive. Go after it until you receive it. What breakthrough are you looking for? What have you been praying for? What blessing are you looking from God? Be specific in your prayer. Be committed to your prayer. Be consistent in your prayer. That's what Jesus Christ said in the beginning of the parable. Do not lose your heart. Keep praying. Keep praying until you receive the answer. Hello, precious people of God. If you have blessed by this message, please like, comment and share, and drop your prayer request in the comment. We love to have them and pray for that, and God will answer them in His own time. God bless.